Devil May Cry. Where do I even start? One of my favorite franchises in all of gaming history, the combat, the storytelling, and of course Virgil, Dante, and Nero all in one game in Devil May Cry 5? What more could we ask for? Capcom and Devil May Cry have shown every other game developer how to make a rightful sequel or closures to a series, and here's why. These are reasons I think Devil May Cry 5 deserves to be kinged Game of the Year. Now before I continue, this video will contain spoilers from the story, so if you haven't finished Devil May Cry 5, I suggest you click off now. But for everyone else, strap in and let's enjoy this masterpiece that we call Devil May Cry 5. The first thing that makes this game crazy is the combat. The combat in the Devil May Cry series was always something to marvel at. It started with Dante's arsenal of weapons in the original Devil May Cry. It went on to evolve into Dante gaining styles to switch between, the introduction of Nero and his Devil Bringer armor in Devil May Cry 4. But in Devil May Cry 5, it was expanded on even more. The things you could do switching the Cerberus, the motorcycle movesets, different things you could do with the guns when in the gunslinger style, bringing switching styles on the fly back from Devil May Cry 4. It's like Dante comes off as a fighting game character you can't help but to sit down and learn everything about. It's crazy. But it doesn't even stop with him. Nero has his own arsenal of stuff with different arms you could switch between and things of that nature that's wild as well. My favorite one is the punchline, because the amount of damage you could put out while still styling on an enemy with the Red Queen is wild. The combat in this game has zero flaws in my opinion, and it's wild the things that can be done with each character, including V, introducing something totally new to the Devil May Cry franchise with the combos that his nightmares have. So a big clap for Capcom, because these movesets between Nero, V, and Dante are insane. Now this is what takes the cake for me though, the story. Playing this game, there were a bunch of hype moments and things that left my mouth wide open. Made me feel like the first time I was playing Devil May Cry 3, which was a defining moment of the series for me. When the trailers first dropped for the game, I knew that Urizen had to be Virgil. There's no way, they sounded the exact same. But there were tons of theory videos that came out about Urizen, V, and Virgil. But what blew my mind was the reveal that both V and Urizen were both Virgil. That was crazy watching that cutscene where Virgil splits himself into two beings. I don't even think anybody saw that coming. I say that to say, even though they showed a lot in the trailers, they made sure to keep a lot under wraps in terms of the story for when people actually play the game, which is great. There's too many games that spoil a lot of the game in terms of story in every trailer they drop, but with this one, they made sure to not do that. The confirmation of Virgil to be Nero's father and the whole dynamic between the three descendants of Sparta was amazing to watch as well. Think about it, we got another Dante and Virgil showdown, as well as a father versus son in Nero and Virgil, all in one game. Y'all don't understand the hype I was going through when this game hit its climax. I could barely contain myself, man, if we being real. More companies need to learn from the way Devil May Cry brings things together for a great closure to a franchise, while also leaving room to make another game if the time comes. If they paid more attention to how Devil May Cry 3, 4, and 5 were told, we wouldn't have gotten games like Metal Gear Solid 5 or Kingdom Hearts 3 with poor storytelling dynamics. Devil May Cry 5 has three things that it hits the nail on the head with, and that's gameplay, storytelling, and character development or dynamics. All these things make it not only a joy to play, but amazing to watch when hitting the cutscenes, and it makes you thirst for more until you finally beat the game. I know Sekiro was dropped and it's a great game, but I simply can't put it over this masterpiece that's Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry is a story of redemption. It's a story of awakening. The redemption part is Virgil making a huge mistake on his quest for power, and the awakening part is Nero realizing what it is he has to do and finally awakening his devil powers to take down his father Virgil and make him realize this path comes to an end. And those themes of redemption and awakening fit together very well in this game and makes it a wonderful story to follow. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree in the comment section down below. Does Devil May Cry 5 deserve Game of the Year? Was it a great way to end Dante and Virgil's stories if this truly is the end? And where do you guys think they'll go from here? I'll make a separate video on what I think Devil May Cry 6 should be on if you guys want to hear my thoughts on that as well. Also be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. My next video will be detailing the rise and fall of the Metal Gear series. So be sure to be on the lookout for that one, because this is going to be a doozy. But for now, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Feeling fresh, summer recess. Got shorty wearing a cocktail dress. Yeah, she got style in excess. Ain't nobody match her, she the best. Call a homie, maybe two. I finna link up and gon' get a brew. Cause we ain't got school no more. We ain't got school no more.